Now, we know that the government and previous governments have tried to put in place new generating capacity. The present one is for 360 megawatt generating capacity. That could potentially bring down the average cost of energy. But there are still great inefficiencies in the distribution side of energy supply. And that is really within the purview of JPS. JPS has to become more efficient. There's a part of that that you have to pay attention to. And JPS will always complain to say that the losses that they face on the lines to theft and to some technical losses, that has to be paid for. And that is not the high cost that the consumer is being asked to pay. But I tend to disagree. I think that their plans are far too low. Some plans are close. Those need to be retired. I think that they have to move to invest in renewable energy and get consumers to invest in renewable energy. And I think that their administration operations of the business model of JPS, that needs some attention as well. So instinctively, I would be in support of
the context of the whole request by the JPS one.
Of course, when you have to pay 40 cents per kilowatt and you compare that to other places, similar size that have far more efficient electricity costs, you begin to say, what is wrong with Jamaica? Why is it that we can't have lower energy costs? Our energy supplies have to be competitive. There's just no, that must be the number one priority now. And it affects everybody. It affects everybody. Listen, we have a particular energy structure in Jamaica, which, if not changed, will leave us struggling as a country to get economic growth and to develop. Our energy sector, by virtue of its inefficiencies, costs us close to $250 million every year. If we can change that, we would be saving that $250 million. We have to change our fuel mix. We must use either LNG or greater renewables. Right? That's a must. We have to get more efficient generating plants. No question about that. The plants that generate electricity in Jamaica are just too old, and we have to pay for that. And we pay for that inefficiencies. The distribution issues in Jamaica, both with the theft of electricity and other technical losses that the JPS face, that issue has to be addressed. That issue has to be addressed. But the most important part of this is getting the generating efficiencies, changing out the plants. And I don't believe we're doing that fast.
Okay. Again, and an increase in the JPS. I heard the opposition spokesman yesterday kind of saying with a strong that makes it coming back in terms of invoking a strong reaction.
Well, like I said, we have made our position clear. We would not support an increase to the JPS at this time. I think that if it is the case that their costs are higher and they're finding it more difficult to operate, then what they need to do is squeeze out the efficiency on the production and distribution side. Just merely passing on the cost is unfair to the consumer.
Okay. On the point of addressing the energy problem, you have any views on how this project is being handled in the process?
We are very concerned. We're very concerned about the announcement of the possible removal of the Energy Monitoring Council. Now, we haven't heard anything definitive from the government. From what I've seen in the papers, it's not quite clear. I've sent a note to the minister to get his formal position. I'm hoping to hear something formal. What I've read in the press does not seem to be coherent, so I can't rely on that as a position. But from our perspective, we believe that there should remain some form of monitoring of the process for the implementation of 360 megawatt plant. Transparency that is, well, to rephrase that, the way in which the developer of the power plant was selected leaves great controversy, and it is in the best interest of the people to have an oversight mechanism.
Of course, we all hope the process works and in the interest of Jamaica. But who do you think would have precedence answer if it doesn't?
Well, certainly Minister Baldwin. The way in which the developer of the plant was selected was shrouded in controversy, obviously, from the start. So it is in everyone's interest to satisfy the public that it is being done in a transparent. Now, without the oversight, the signing of a license can always be questioned. And we don't know what those terms and negotiations that went on in getting the terms that would apply to the license. For example, will the government maintain the need for a performance bond? We don't know that. The only way we could get any information on that is if there is a constituted oversight body that looks at each term in the license and the negotiations that were going around those terms. So one of the things now that is really of concern that people are really worried about is whether or not the government will remove the performance bond.